Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Our subject is History 2. That's History of Architecture 2, and our topic for today is about this legendary architect. He was Louis Henry Sulivan, the teacher and the mentor of the great architects in America. Okay, let's go and proceed to this topic. Here's a short autobiography of Henry Sulivan. He is an American architect called the father of skyscrapers, an influential architect in the Chicago School, a mentor to Frank Lloyd Wright, and inspiration to the Chicago group of architects who have come to be known as the Pirie School. Sulivan is one of the recognized trinity of American architecture. He posthumously received the AIA Gold Medal in 1944. The AIA is a counterpart here in the Philippines of the UAP, United Architects of the Philippines. Let's go on. Sulivan was born to Irish and Swedish immigrants in 1856. Grew up in grandparents' farm, learning things about nature. He spent a lot of time around Boston and studied architecture in Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He left MIT in the year to live in Pennsylvania. Then he went to Chicago, where he worked with the father of the skyscraper, William Lee Barron. Went to Paris in 1874, studied at École des Beaux-Arts. Returned to Chicago in 1875, got a job as a draftsman in the office of Joseph Johnson, and worked in the office of Dankmar Adler. The firm Adler and Sulivan designed over 180 buildings. So let's go to the philosophy of Sulivan. Louis Sulivan coined the phrase form ever follows function, or to simplify it, form follows function. This credo, which placed the demands of practical use above aesthetics, would later be taken by influential designers to imply that decorative elements, which architects call ornament, were superfluous in modern buildings. Indeed, while his buildings could be spare and crisp in their principal masses, he often punctuated their plain surfaces with eruptions of lush Art Nouveau and something like Celtic Revival decoration. Okay, let's go to Louis Sulivan's buildings. Here are some examples of his works. Realized works. The Auditorium Building, location Michigan Avenue in Chicago, Illinois, United States. Built in 1889. With the collaboration of Dankmar Adler and Louis Sulivan. The architectural style of this building is 20th century, and this is the style of the 20th century. Okay, so did you notice the arc? Na-notice mo yung mga arc? Yan ay motif ng Roman. Therefore, this is influenced by Neoclassicism architecture. Ang architecture ni Sulivan ay mayroon pa rin kunting touch ng classical. Tulad dito, mayroon siyang arch window na mayroong Roman arc. So let's go on with some of his design. Louis Sulivan. This is the plan for the auditorium. it's very blurred, so let's go with another drawing here. The auditorium section plan of the auditorium. Ang pag-design ng auditorium noon ay kakaiba kasi hindi pa gumagamit ng mga amplifier or yung tinatawag na sound systems. Yung microphone ay simple lang, kaya kailangan i-design talaga ang auditorium na mag-vibrate yung sound at ma-amplified naturally sa design ng building. So doon na-apply yung acoustics, kung paano i-bounce back yung boses at palakihin with the use of interior space sa auditorium. This is the 11-story WAINWRIGHT building. Represents Sullivan's first attempt to a truly multi-story format. So ito yung pinakauna niya na building na ginawa, 11-story. Dito sa ating syudad ay pinakamahaba na building ay 7-story lang. Ito ay 11, almost double ang height. Pero ito ay noong pagpasok pa lang ng 19th century, mga 1920s. Na-design niya ito. Or before 1920, mga 1910. Ganyan na mga taon. Pero mataas na, skyscraper na ang tawag. Guarantee building, ito ay sa New York. Matagpuan sa Buffalo Street, New York States. 13 floors, 13 story yung height niya. Medyo mataas na kaysa una. Yung unang building is 11, ito ay 13 story. At yung design niya ay parang neo-classical pa rin. Merong touch of Roman architecture na pinaghalong contemporary. Kasi dito sa entrance, kita niyo yung arc. Sa mga bintana din sa ibabaw, merong arc. Kaya neo-Roman or neo-Roman or neo-classical with the influence of Roman architecture. Sa kanto, makita ng so much decoration or ornaments here. Sa kanto, yan ay nagre-reflect ng Deco Arts or Art Nouveau na style of architecture before the contemporary. After Renaissance, merong movements or styles in architecture na tinatawag na Art Nouveau and Deco Art. The National Farmers Bank, ito ay kay Louis Sulivan pa rin. Ang unang naging architect ay si Louis Sulivan bago pa si Frank Lloyd Wright. Kasi estudyante lang niya si Frank Lloyd Wright. So si Louis Sulivan ay mas matanda kay Frank Lloyd. Siguro mga 30 to 40 years ang kanilang agwat ng edad. Mahilig talaga si Louis Sulivan ng arc kasi dito sa design niya, sa interior or even dito sa facade, palaging mayroong arc. So influence talaga siya ng Roman architecture. Kahit dito makita niyo may arc. Ang unang nag-imbento kasi ng arc opening ay mga Romans. Makikita yan sa Triumphal Arch, sa kanilang Roman vibrating arc, sa kanilang Roman wagon arc, sa kanilang Roman cross vault or vault arc. Nandyan, palaging may arc. Ito ang medyo design ni Art Sulivan na medyo moderno na siya kasi gumagamit na ng curved corners, tapos nawala na yung arc windows na influence from Roman architecture. So patungo na siya sa bagong design, going to contemporary. Dito sa building na ito, makikita pa rin pala yung Art Deco saka Art Nouveau na style, yung mga flowers, ganyan, mga curves, mga leaves. That's pertaining to Art Deco and the Art Nouveau styles. Meron pa rin siyang touch ng classical konti. Ito yung department store niya na tinatawag na Schlesinger and Mayer Department Store. Location sa Chicago pa rin kasi diyan nagtuturo sa Chicago University si Louis Sulivan as a mentor sa mga architects. 1899-1904. Bago lang naimbento ang eroplano nito, 1904. Tsaka yung Ford four-wheel vehicle, yung Ford Auto. Dito yung lumabas na taon, 1904. Construction system, cast and iron, ground floor, storefront. Style niya ay early modern. Nawala na yung arc kasi early modern na. Patungo na siya sa international style, which is the contemporary. Ito yung elevation ng department store. Meron din siyang ginawa na Baroque style to na church. Kasi yung mga churches naman, pag Catholic churches, ay kailangan talaga mag-reflect dyan ang classical styles ng Rome. Pag mga basilika at simbahan, yan ay Roman style talaga. Kasi ang Christianity nanggaling sa Rome. Kaya ganyan ang nangyari. Mayroon siyang dome sa ibabaw. Parang yung White House sa Washington DC, may dome, tsaka mayroong maliit na tower sa dulo. Ang pagka-arrange naman ito ay formal architecture kasi balanse yung side A at side B niya. Kung hatiin sa gitna ay lalabas na mirror image ang kabila. So formal balance. Balancing siya. Ito yung plan ng simbahan. Typical design lang ito na simbahan. Alright guys, that's all for Louis Sulivan, the mentor, the teacher of Frank Lloyd Wright. Na ang kanyang motto sa kanyang arkitekto is form follows function. Okay, and I have some questions for you at the end of this video. Answer it and compile the questions on a brown envelope. Make that the answers compiled it in the brown envelope. And I'll see you on my next lesson. And here are the questions for our lesson 4 about Louis Sulivan. 1 to 5, write down names of his designed buildings. 6 to 8, schools where Sulivan studied architecture. Number 9, explain in your own words the creed or the credo of what is meant by form follows functions. Number 10, name of Sulivan first designed building. Alright, that's all for today. See you on my next lesson, guys. Thank you.